The weight of everything. Maya Rodriguez felt the familiar burning in her shoulders as she carried her daily internet allocation up the stairs to her apartment. The translucent blue cube containing 50 gigabytes of compressed data weighed exactly 12.3 pounds, same as always. But after 3 years of the Physical Internet Act, her body still wasn't used to the strain. The world had changed dramatically since 2023, when quantum physicist Dr. Elena Kostova discovered that digital information possessed measurable mass. 1 byte weighed 0.0000246 grams, she proved, and suddenly every email, video, and social media post became a physical burden that someone had to carry. Maya worked as a digital porter for Datacorp, one of the massive logistics companies that emerged after the discovery. Her job was simple: transport internet data between server warehouses and residential distribution centers. The heavier the data, the higher the pay, which explained why she specialized in carrying video files and high-resolution images that could weigh up to 30 pounds per gigabyte. But today felt different. Her standard allocation cube felt impossibly heavy, as if it contained far more than 50 gigabytes. Sweat beaded on her forehead as she struggled up the final flight of stairs, her legs trembling under the unexpected weight. At home, Maya placed the cube on her digital scale and gasped. 247 pounds. That was impossible. 50 gigabytes should weigh just over 12 pounds, not enough to strain a grown adult. She checked the cube's identification tag, standard mix 50 gigabytes, signed by her supervisor at Datacorp. Maya's neighbor, Dr. James Park, was a retired information theorist who had worked on data compression before the Physical Internet Act made his job obsolete. She knocked on his door, struggling to lift the mysteriously heavy cube. "James, something's wrong with my allocation," she panted. "It weighs 20 times what it should." Dr. Park examined the cube under a magnifying glass, his expression growing troubled. "Maya, this isn't standard consumer data. See these quantum markers along the edges? This is compressed military intelligence, probably classified government files." "That's impossible," Maya protested. "I'm just a porter. They wouldn't give me government data." "Unless," Dr. Park said slowly, "they're using civilian porters as unwitting couriers. Think about it, who would suspect a regular internet delivery person of carrying state secrets?" The implications hit Maya like a physical blow. For 3 years, she and thousands of other porters might have been unknowingly transporting classified information disguised as everyday internet traffic. The weight they carried wasn't just data, it was secrets, surveillance reports, and potentially dangerous intelligence. Maya's hands shook as she realized the truth about her profession. "James, what if the Physical Internet Act wasn't about managing data overflow? What if it was designed to create a network of unwitting spies?" Dr. Park nodded grimly. "The perfect cover. Hundreds of thousands of porters moving through cities every day, carrying data that nobody questions because it's labeled as entertainment or social media." They decided to investigate further. Using Dr. Park's old quantum analyzer, they began examining Maya's previous deliveries that she'd saved for weight verification. Each cube told the same story: data labeled as movies, music, and social media posts actually contained compressed government files, military communications, and surveillance data. "Maya," Dr. Park whispered, "I think we've discovered something bigger than data smuggling. Look at these timestamps. This information is from the future, dates that haven't happened yet." Maya stared at the impossible data, her mind reeling. How can digital information be from the future? "What if," Dr. Park said, his voice barely audible, "the weight of data isn't from its information content, but from its temporal displacement? What if someone is sending data backwards through time, and the physical weight is the energy cost of violating causality?" The revelation was staggering. Maya wasn't just carrying government secrets, she was carrying information from the future, sent back in time by an unknown organization. The Physical Internet Act hadn't been about managing data weight, it had been about creating a delivery system for temporal intelligence. But as Maya prepared to expose this incredible conspiracy, she noticed something that chilled her to the bone. The future data she'd been carrying included detailed information about her own life, her conversations with Dr. Park, and even this very moment of discovery. Someone in the future knew exactly what she would find and when she would find it. The question was whether her discovery was part of stopping the conspiracy or ensuring it succeeded. Maya looked at the data cube containing information about her own future actions and realized that in a world where information had physical weight, the heaviest burden of all was knowing what came next.